Alright, and got another video, and really we want to look at being a good black man. Now, I'm going to start this off by saying, when I say good, I mean in the attempt to be good, and what I mean by good is promoting a positive, trying to create a positive effect on the black community. That's why I say a good black man. Meaning that when I say good, I'm going to use it in this context. I'm saying a person that's trying to have a positive effect on others, on themselves and others around them. Right? Okay. So that's the definition of the word good we're going to use with this video. Okay, so let's begin. The good black man. The good black man, that's a thankless job. Black men, good black dudes, you don't get no thank yous. There's no pats on the backs. You don't get no attention. You get nothing. As a matter of fact, you get ridiculed. But let's look at what happens to you. The good black man is an afterthought of many black women. Yeah, typically, and we should say it's desirable black women. Because typically desirable black women, like I made a video before, desirable black women are not looking for good black dudes. Not till most of the time, black women aren't looking for good dudes until they get discarded by the bad boy types, the thuggish type dudes. The thuggish type dudes, they use up their desirability, then they go find another desirable woman. They discard they discard our sister, and then so now the sister doesn't have but the desirability is really low. Now she wants a good dude. But like I said, that's where the disparity, because just because you're a good dude doesn't mean you don't want a woman that's desirable. You know what I mean? Good dudes want desirable women, just like the bad boys and thugs want desirable women. The difference is in their application of their sphere of understanding, right? Typically bad boys and that type, and the thuggish type of dudes, their sphere of understanding is using and abusing women. So that's all they can work with. Good black men are going to try to treat a black woman right, and treat her nice, and open doors for her and stuff. And typically desirable black women, they just they don't have no respect for nobody that does something like that, man. You look real bad doing stuff like that for desirable black women, man. Undesirable black women can appreciate that more than desirable black women don't appreciate those things typically. But anyway, let me finish this up. So anyway, good black man is the afterthought of many black women. Let's say desirable black women. He is expected to clean up all the crazy women that men with game destroy and settle down with babies they don't take care of. So yeah, man, I hear a lot of guys saying, talking about interracial dating, saying you as a black dude, you shouldn't date interracially. You shouldn't date interracially. You should just be with black women. And then they say, just get your game up. Okay. But a lot of times people like good black dudes, they look at it like this. I don't want to play no game, because a game has a winner and a loser. I want us both to win. So I'm not trying to game nobody. I'm trying to create a situation where we both gonna win. Bad boys are typically out there running game on people. In a game, check any game, there's always a winner and a loser. So, like I said, they expect good black dudes to they say to you want to interracially date, you're a bad person. Now, I spoke about this before, where I said that, yeah, there are some black men that are fixated with dating women of other races. That's just where they just start right there. Okay, but that's not the typical dude that does black dude that does interracial dating. The typical black dude that does interracial dating has been traumatized trying to date black women, and therefore, or ignored or passed over, and so they're not getting attention from the types of women they desire. So instead, they do not want attention They're not seeking attention from women they don't desire, black women they don't desire. So if you want desirable black women and you're not a thug, game over, right? But like I said, a lot of times these people tell you you're a bad person if you date desirable black women. So they want you to date, and they say get your game up, right? Meanwhile, they out there running game on desirable black women, but they need you, good black man. Those guys is out there running game on desirable black women. They need you, because see, you supposed to, when they get done with that desirable black woman, they use up all her desirability and they push her off, then they're gonna look at you and saying, what's the matter with you? How come you ain't with a black woman? Right? They're gonna say, there's plenty of black women out there. Yeah, the ones that you have used up all their desirability and put a bunch of children on them and extra weight on them and left them emotionally damaged from all of the stuff you did to them. Yeah, there's plenty of them out there. But why did I go to school, study, work hard, go to night school, sacrifice for my business, put in years of time for my business so that I could take that on? That's not fair to me. But anyway, good black dudes are expected to clean up all the crazy women with the men with game. Sat down with the baby. So you got a purpose, good black man. Your purpose is to take on the responsibilities of these bad boys that get these women full of, give them babies that they don't take care of. Good black men are looked down upon for trying to pursue desirable women after being rejected by desirable black women. Okay, so like I said, I'm one person that always I want black people to be together. I think that we need to be together to build our families together. I'm not saying we gotta just not talk to nobody, but I'm saying family structure wise, I wish that we would be together as much as possible. You know what I mean? So, however, we have a situation that nobody will address, and that is the situation of the undesirable black women that can't find mates. And that is, nobody will address that. Nobody will talk straight into that, because a lot of times women at one point, when they at a level of desirability, they're not even looking towards a good black dude. A lot of times, I'm not saying every black woman is like this, but by the time, many times by the time a black woman will give a good dude a look, her desirability is way down the road. She's been used and abused by all these different type of bad boy type of dudes, and so now she's looking at a good black dude and saying, hey, he ain't interested because she's offered desirability. So he might say, well, you know what, this other chick of another race, she more desirable than you at this point in the game. So if all I'm going to get is undesirable black women, then I'm going to go and get me somebody, and somebody of another race is giving me action, I'm going to go there. That's what happens. That's how that situation happens for the most part. Yes, there are some dudes that just like, they don't want to date black women, period. But that's not the typical black dude that does interracial dating. That's not. So we don't want to say that that's the rule. That's not the rule. That's the exception. The rule is most black dudes that do interracial dating have tried to date black women, and something has happened where it just became an issue for them trying to date black women, desirable black women, I should say, because we all want somebody in our lives that's desirable. It don't matter how good of a man. If this man is a good man, and if you ain't attracted to this man, what difference does it make? You ain't gonna be able to stay in a relationship with him, right? Well, it's the same thing with men. They're not gonna be able to stay in a relationship with a woman that's good, that cooks, that do all these different things or whatever that you want, but you're not attracted to her. Eventually, the relationship gonna fall apart. Eventually, so either the woman gonna have to do some things to make herself more desirable, or the man got to settle, right? I mean, that's pretty much what you said. You say, hey, black man, instead of going out and going this other way, you need to settle for this, because we bad boys is out here burning up all these. We taking the good black women and we burning them up, and our leftovers, here, there you go. It bombs away. Have at it. It's like somebody coming in and and fixing you a plate, and then chewing off all of the food, and then putting the plate back down for you and say, here you go. No, I want my own plate. I want to get my own food. Let me go fix my own food. Well, you can't have none of this food, because only way you can get the food that you can only get food that's chewed on after. That's the only food you can get from this place. Oh, okay. Well, then let me go to the next restaurant, because if I can get fresh food at the next restaurant, I'm out. Hey, wait a minute. But you should support me. I tried to support you, but you don't want me. You don't want to do me the way I need to be done, so I gotta go out and get what I need, right? Anyway, moving along. Good black men are looked down upon for trying to pursue desirable women after being rejected. This is typically what creates interracial relationships from black men is typically being rejected by black women on numerous occasions for different things, unexplained things, different things that are unexplained. So the confusion says, I can't understand these people. Let me go here, because this person, and then that coupled with the fact that people of other race may be giving that person action. A white girl might be giving them action. Asian, Latino might be giving them action. Desirable women like that might be giving them action. While desirable black women, you ain't no thug, you ain't balling, you ain't bisexual bad boy. Nada, nothing, right? Typically, not all black women, but typically. It's a thankless job being a good black man. And when I say good, I ain't saying perfect. Notice the word perfect is not in here. Good not meaning you don't make no mistakes. Good meaning you are attempting to create positive situations for yourself and the people around you. That's what we're talking about when we say good black men. Okay? All right. And your community. Good black man, how do you look to desirable black women? How do you look to them? I mean, you out there opening doors, you saying, oh, let me help you with that. Let me pull your chair out, let you sit down. How do you look to, Miss Boss Bitch out here? How do you look to, I'm not saying every black woman consider herself this way, but I'm saying it's a culture now. It's a culture out there with young black women who are, at the height of their desirability. It's a typical type of culture. How do you look to this woman when you out there opening doors and, paying for the meal and doing being respectful on the date and not going too far? How do you look to this woman? Let me show you how you look, good black man. Let me show you how you look. You look weak, right? They used to being out with animals, man. It's all over them, right? You out there, you showing some restraint. You showing, you trying to be polite. You ain't out there trying to talk crazy, and hollering, screaming, cussing, and all of that, right? You look weak, man. You look weak. And this is unfortunate, man. I'm not saying this to talk down to good black dudes. I'm telling you, you might be confused why desirable black women ain't into you. You thinking, man, I do you better than these dudes here. Why you ain't into me? That's crazy. If I'ma do you better, I will take care of you better. Why wouldn't you be interested in me? That's logical, right? But I'm showing you this is not a logical situation that you're dealing with here. You look weak to black women. So let me tell you something, brother. I'm gonna be real with it. I'm gonna break it down to you for real. The black woman ain't never seen strong black men, and whenever they did see a strong black man, he caught harm or death in America. Anytime a black man showed any type of strength and willingness to stand up for himself, he was either killed or tortured or raped or murdered, or some type of harm came to that man. In the longing of a black woman, even at this stage of the game, is longing to see strength in the black man. She's so crazy though. She wants to see that strength so bad. Now she's been manipulated into having that strength being shown as in the opposite direction. Strength in terms of how much damage can I do, self-destructive damage can I do. I know there's a psychological term for this. I'll have to find it later, but the black woman wants to see strength in her man. She wants to know that she's with somebody who's strong. The bad boys, the black, black boys, these black bad boys, and our brothers, that's bad boy type and thug types, they show strength. They show strength. Even though they only show strength, people, because soon as these sheriffs and these LAPDs roll up, they Inglewood police, Long Beach police, they like roaches out of there, right? They leave the woman standing there, right? But they at least showing that little bit of strength, right? But it's crazy, man. It's a crazy strength. That's why. So you who don't do all that, you don't have that push, that bravado out there, you look weak. I'm just telling you how you look to the sisters, man. You look stupid. Here this man selling drugs. He got thousands of dollars in his pocket. You going to a 9-to-5 job every day trying to pay bills. This man got everything in his mama's name. Everything. They have gotten, the bad boys and the thug dudes have gotten our sisters to accept the culture of, what's the word I'm looking for? A culture of, foolishness, man. And taking that foolishness as, head smart, and people that's trying to take care of business in the right way, stupid. So you look stupid to them. You going to a job every day? Ron and Big Keith, they don't go nowhere. They go where they want to go. What you mean you can't go out? I got another man, he go wherever he want to go. You go work that job then. I'm going with them to Vegas. You look dumb. I'm just telling you how you look to them. To these women, this is what you look like. Uncool. You look like, that ain't cool. You going to a job, you paying your bills on time. That ain't cool. You supposed to wait till you get the pink notice, wait till you get the red notice, wait till the man is on his way taking out all the tools out his truck to come turn everything off, right? Then you run out there. You better not touch my stuff, right? That's what typically a lot of these women look at as cool, right? You ain't cool because you don't ever put yourself in situations like that. See, those kind of dudes, the bad boys are always setting up confrontation so this woman could look at that and say, oh wow, he was in another confrontation. That's just like notches on their belt when they in these public confrontations, man. And you who avoid those public confrontations because you don't need that drama, they say you ain't even cool. You ain't even cool enough to deal with that. Crazy, man. You a sucker, man. Now we all know where the sucker comes from. Where sucker comes from, slave time, when white lady on the plantation would have sex with one of the slaves. Baby came out black. They would grab it real quick and kill it. They would tell the master it's stillborn, and they would call it a sucker, and they would say it was stillborn, and they would kill it. Right? Is that right? They wouldn't even let the master see it. They would go and bury it, right? They called that baby a sucker. Baby come out of a black baby that came out of a white woman was called a sucker, right? They consider you in that same line as somebody who's just born to be stupid, born to have problems. You born into having a problem. And you born for them to step on, to walk on, to misuse, mishandle, and abuse, right? Because they feel like, hey, this is the hierarchy. The bisexual bad boys use and abuse them, and if the bad boy and bisexual person needs something, these boss bitch type sisters will go to you, good black dude, and make believe like they interested in having some type of situation with you, and then they will be like a spider, suck out everything that you got of value, and then turn it over to them. Something like pimping. But this is for real, man. That's how this happens, man. And it's unfortunate, man, because I wish a lot of our sisters would not have this kind of understanding, and they would say, okay, I'm gonna just date a greater pool of people, and show good black dudes, or show young black men that There is a reward for being a good dude. There is a reward for going to school. There is a reward for that. The black woman is waiting at the end of the rainbow for you. But in reality, that's not the case, man. That's not the case, man. The undesirable black woman is waiting for you at the end of the rainbow, and that's not what we want. We don't want none of our women to be undesirable, man. We want our women to take their undesirability and switch it to desirability, man. You can turn yourself back into a desirable sister, but you gotta learn how to do that. You gotta learn how to do that. But at the time of this taping, that's what's typically happening to good black dudes. They getting stuck with undesirable women that bad boys have used, abused, and pushed out the way. And the bad boys are saying, hey, good black man, take this woman off. Take this woman. There's plenty of black women out there. Yeah, but there's plenty of ones that got run over by you. Right? Why do I need to eat your mashed potatoes? You eat your own mashed potatoes. You ate some of them, and then you giving your mashed potatoes to me. I'm gonna go get my own mashed potatoes. Anyway, you look like a sucker. You look foolish. You look foolish. You mean you're gonna go to work every day? You gotta go to work every day, 5 days a week? That's crazy, man. This man look like he don't never go to work. He always got money in his pocket. So to them, they say, in their mind, they say, this man was smart enough to figure out a way where he don't have to go put no tie on and go nowhere and sit there for 8 hours, and he got more money in his pocket. You stupid, because you gotta sit there for all that time and you ain't even got this kind of money. So you don't even see the variables that go with living that kind of lifestyle. They got our sisters blind, man. They got them blind, deaf and dumb, man. So all these reasons, this is why a lot of times you try to step to one of these sisters, man, one of our sisters that's, between the ages of 18 and 27, or maybe even a little higher. You might even try to step to them, but they're at the height of their desirability, or closer to their height of desirability. You, as a good black dude, try to step to women like that, and you get no run. You know why? Because these are the reasons why. These are just a portion of the reasons why they look at you and say, they're just not attracted to you. They're just not attracted to you. I mean, outside of physical, I'm just saying they're just typically not attracted to your vibe. They like that crazy vibe. You ain't got that kind of vibe, so they're not attracted to you. Right? It is what it is. There's no respect or honor for a good black man by desirable black women typically. Yeah, black women typically they don't respect or honor you, desirable black women, because they too busy chasing bad boys and thugs. They respect them. They respect the fact that they're unpredictable. They respect that unpredictability. You predictable. You go to work every day. You come home. You put 10% of your money in the bank. You're very predictable. You go pick up the groceries. You wash the children. You wash your car on Saturday. You're very predictable. That's not respectable to the average black woman in her height of her desirability. They don't respect those things until later, when their desirability is a little more used up. Typically, I got to throw the word typically in there, because somebody say, well, you said all of it, like this and all of it. I'm not saying everything, nothing. What I'm saying is typically. These are typical things, generalizations, typically. Of course, there's people that don't feel this way. There's black women out there that don't feel this way, but they are not the majority. When we look at the numbers and we see all these single black women out here, obviously some bad decisions were made along the way, right? Anyway, bad boys with game. Game? What's game? They say, oh man, you ain't got no game? You can't get none of these women, you ain't got no game out here? Okay, bad boys with game need good black men to take their leftovers and raise their abandoned children, right? They leave these sisters, man. They pump 2 or 3 children into these sisters. They leave them out here. They doing whatever they want to do with them. The sister desirability start dropping off because she can't maintain herself, because she had babies now. She used to maintain herself at one level. Now she got these babies. She can't maintain herself at that level anymore. So the brothers say, hey, I'm done with you. Right? Bad boy, bisexual, homo thug dude say, I'm done with you. You ain't keeping yourself at the level that you was keeping yourself at when I came in. I'm gone. She got, what about your children? They're your problem, not mine. Okay, we're going to do 4 things for us. Actually, I'm going to actually do 5 things for us. Number 1, rate this video. Give us a rating. Let us know if you like what we're trying to do. Tell us what you think and what we can do to improve, to make the people get better, because that's the ultimate goal, is to get these men and women to stop going to prison and start building better black families and better black people, so we can all be better people on this planet. Next, give us your comment. Tell us what you think and what we can do to improve, to help the people get better. Like I said, that's the ultimate goal. If you think what we say makes sense, talk about it and leave us a comment. We appreciate that, and that'll get the ball rolling, and then we'll start talking about some of these tough issues, and maybe we can do something about them. Next thing is to like this video. If you like what was said or something we're doing, we would like to know that you support us. We're not asking for donations, just a push of a button. That's all we ask for. A few clicks of the button, a few clicks of the mouse string, a few clicks of the mouse, and then it'll show us that you support what we're doing. Share this video. Next thing is to share this video. Share this video in your social network. If you like what was said or something we're doing, please share this video on your social media network and talk about it with your friends. If you think people need to hear this message, then please share it as much as possible. Thanks for your support. Yeah, just share as much as possible this video with, you might have a nephew or cousin that needs to hear this kind of thing, or might have people in your own network that need to hear this, just on your social network. Just please share it as much as possible. And the last thing is, remember, we have the Urban Male Life Skills Boot Camps. That's our flagship program. We have other things. We have the home study course. We have the worksheets and workbooks. But this is the flagship program to help our people try to get better, so that we can stop having these young men and women go to prisons, particularly the men, because once we get the men, then I believe that the women will follow. So once we get them to stop going to prisons, then the women will follow, and then it will bring our community closer together, and we can stop being in the pitiful condition we're in and start standing up and doing some things to help our people get employed and have better lifestyles. So anyway, those are the things that we need you to do. We will ask you to do. Please help us in this cause. Thanks a lot.